Welcome to the world premiere, first ever episode 12 of Gears League, an Xbox podcast. It is me, of course, as always, Tyler, your host. And obviously, again, since there is zero news going on, I figure we'll just do kind of maybe a fun topic today. So, normally with the topic, I kind of talk about something going on in gaming. Obviously, with this being the beginning of the year, I figured it probably would make more sense to just talk about the games I've played in 2019. So now this was also kind of an awesome year for me because I wasn't stuck in any one game for too long, and that is actually probably the best thing of this year so far to me. I'd probably say the worst was probably being stuck in Destiny, and obviously I enjoyed my time with it, but yeah, other than that, I got to play a lot of stuff because, as you guys know, I'm normally a single player gamer. But what ends up happening is I always get stuck in some sort of game of service or some MMO for like half the year, and then I always have a backlog that keeps growing because I never actually get to go through the games I want to play. So yeah, like I said, I'll talk about a little bit about the games I played this year and the definitely the notable ones. So. But yeah, this year, probably I'll start off with my earliest real memory of the game of this year, because I think before then I was still just playing World of Warcraft in January and February. Yeah, real winner for me was Apex Legends, right? So that was like in March, I believe that came out, and that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing that with my friends. My I tried to play battle royales before, and I played a lot of them. My main complaints with the battle royale games were that none of them felt that good to shoot in. Like Fortnite, I don't like the shooting in Fortnite, and I don't like building, obviously, and I don't like PUBG. I just think is just a terrible shooting experience. I know some people are really into it, but like I don't get any enjoyment out of shooting guns in PUBG. So Apex Legends was a game that it felt really good to shoot in, and it felt really good to play, and I had a lot of fun playing that. And I really enjoyed my time with that. It's something I'm gonna keep probably dabbling back into every now and then if I have the friends to play it with. As you know, I usually hate playing with people, so it doesn't happen that often. But yeah, definitely a fun game though to play when I do have the friends. This list is in no particular order too, because I have an awful memory and I can't remember when I played what. But Spider-Man, obviously that was an awesome game. Mainly, I'd say I liked my time with the story with it. I thought there was a pretty decently done, well put together story. I thought it was excellent. I definitely liked the movement of Spider-Man, but my problem with it's not the there's no problem with the game. The game was awesome. It was really fun to explore around and sling around, and then obviously since I like to get all the achievements like that, I got all the collectibles and I got the platinum trophy in it. My problem with it though is it kind of showed me how much open world fatigue I had, because I know I wasn't not enjoying my time with it, but I know I could have had a lot more fun if I wasn't so already tired out of open world games. And that was unfortunately some of that stood out some of the most while I was playing that, is just how tired I was of open world games. Still a phenomenal game, still loved it. I thought that was excellent. And then there was Days Gone. That was also, again, the game got like shit on by the gaming media like so much. It kind of makes sense though, because something I'd heard that apparently the reviewers. Okay, so apparently, just starting off, regular people, when we got the game day one, Days Gone, it was very broken. Like it was very glitchy, and apparently the copy that the reviewers got sent to them before the game came out was even worse. And so it basically, the argument was that the people reviewing the game weren't even playing the same game as the rest of us. I myself, I didn't even get to it until like 2 weeks after it came out, and there was already a fix for it that had come out at that point. I really did enjoy my time with it. I feel like more so than any other game, the shooting in that game kind of felt off. I don't know why. I when I play games like that at all, I just enjoy. I enjoy like having like using like okay, so something that's just satisfying to me basically in any game when I'm shooting something is getting pistol headshots. That just to me is so satisfying. Using like one of the most basic weapons. You know, getting using like one shot headshot. Being so super conservative with your ammo, like that just feels really good to me. Like that's like so satisfying that like clicks to me so much, and you could do that in Days Gone, and I did that a lot. But there was just also the problem of for some reason, no sensitivity felt right to me in Days Gone. I got used to it after a while, and then I enjoyed my time with it a lot more. But there's just one notable thing to it. But I did really love that game. I loved the story. Without trying to spoil too much of it, the main character, basically, I hated the main character so much at the beginning because he got on my nerves. But then the more you play the game, the more I came to really enjoy the character. I thought it was an excellent character by the end of it. So I love Days Gone. Obviously, I'm a big Gears head. That's why the podcast is called Gears League. Love Gears of War. Gears 5 was holy crap phenomenal. I hated the campaign of Gears 4. I thought it was so poorly written, and I just was blown away by the Gears 5 campaign. I enjoyed every second of it. I was hanging on every word every character said. I mean, if that's not my game of the year, it's runner up because that campaign was so good. Obviously, the rest of it, the horde and all that stuff was a lot of fun too. Again, I would probably go back to it more if I wasn't trying to not get stuck with games, and that's a game that's easy to get stuck on. I probably will go back to it just because I need to get the Seriously achievement because I just love getting the Seriously achievements in all the Gears of War games. But as of right now, I'm just trying to branch out and play some stuff I haven't played before. But otherwise, I'd still be playing Gears 5. Again, phenomenal game. Loved my time with that. Another game I love my time with, and I'm still playing now. I kind of carved myself out some more time of the day to kind of play more handheld games. Like basically, in the times I can't dedicate a whole day to like an RPG, like Borderlands 2, which I'm still playing. If I can't do that, let's say I only have 2 or 3 hours to play, I won't even bother playing the big game. I'll just go to handheld. And yeah, Pokemon Shield. So when I started playing the game, I gave my full attention. But there's always so much to do in that game that right now, basically for 2 or 3 hours a night, every couple nights a week, I'm still grinding away Pokemon Shield. I did really, really like it. A lot of good things to say about that. My one gripe, I should have brought it up, funny enough, in my soapbox episode about it. I just never got to it. Was that there's still no voice acting, which is really weird in 2019. Now we're into 2020, but yeah, still no voice acting. That would be maybe my one gripe. And there's not a lot of people to talk to. It's still not really that open of a game, even though it does feel open. There's not a lot of people to talk. Like you're not gonna get quests, But I feel like quests would be kind of a cool addition to Pokemon. So anyway, yeah, Pokemon Shield, excellent game. And Sword, obviously, I just played Shield. That's the one I grabbed because I figured, I don't know, I'd be different. I knew people were going to be picking Swords, so I picked Shield. Also, another game I did a soapbox on about Blair Witch. Really awesome, tight little experience. That was epic, phenomenal. My main problem, as you know probably from the episode, from the soapbox, is the achievements. I hate how it makes you... Any game where there's an achievement to not kill anybody pisses me off. Let me kill people, right? That's why I'm playing video games, right? So, other than that one minor gripe, excellent experience. I had a lot of fun with that. That was I finished it in one sitting, basically. Very very cool story. So, and then before I get to my official game of the year, even though Gears 5 campaign would probably be a very close one, I'll get to my official game of the year, which is so obvious. But at this point, if you haven't heard me get to that game yet, but special mention though, I want to mention Gears Pop. It's a mobile game of Gears of War, and it might be some of the best mobile game there is. I love that game on phone. It feels so satisfying to play. It's a strategy game. I could play that game for hours, and it actually does have a full achievement list supported on Xbox Live. So if you have an Xbox profile, you can earn achievements in it. Anytime I've got a free moment, I whip out Gears Pop. It sounds like an advertisement almost, but no, it's not. I promise. One day advertisements will come, but I had a lot of fun. I still have a lot of fun playing that game. It's an excellent phone game. I wish they would stop with the nerfs. Like, stop changing stuff. When I get good with characters, don't change them on me. But yeah, again, very satisfying mobile game to play. There's a lot of trash in the mobile game space, and so when a quality game comes out, it's kind of nice. So yeah, Gears Pop. But yeah, then of course my game of the year, which is so obvious, but yeah, Sekiro, which actually won Game of the Year. That game was so satisfying. I loved playing it. I loved grinding in it. I loved everything about it. I'm a big Dark Souls fan, and at first I was still getting my butt kicked in this game until eventually it starts clicking for you, and then you just eventually don't get your butt kicked. You know, that was it was just such a great experience. Again, I won't go into too much in spoilers, but the story I love too. I don't know if you guys watch a lot of YouTube, what's it? Vadi Vidya. He is an excellent resource for all things Souls related, like anything from Software. He does so many good videos, and every time I play a From Software game, part of the experience for me is going through his videos and actually watching it, because he breaks down the story. Because a common theme across the Dark Souls games and like all the From Software games is that they have a lot of story to them, but just playing through it, you're not going to see a lot of it. You're going to see stuff, you're going to talk to people, you're not going to really understand much of what's going on until eventually, then you can watch one of his videos. I know there's similar influencers like him, but to me, he's the best. And he'll break down everything that you experience. It's a whole part of the experience for me. Like, literally, I cannot imagine those games without his videos. And that I don't really watch much YouTube at all, so that's kind of saying something. So, but yeah, anyway, the story he broke down was excellent. I had a ton of fun with it. One of the most satisfying fights is with if you're just starting. I don't want to spoil. It's kind of a spoiler, but basically, like, a very important character in there. You can fight him, but then you have the option later on if you want like one of the optional like good endings, you can fight him again. And when you fight him again, it is to me it was like the hardest fight ever. It took me quite a few attempts to get going back at it, but eventually I learned his moves, and when I finally beat him, it was so satisfying. I can't recommend this game enough. I really wish there would be DLC for it. Unfortunately, there is no DLC for it, and I'm kind of shocked because I've never actually wanted DLC for a game except for this game, and this is the one game that doesn't give me DLC. So, it's like kind of frustrating. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it for my games for 2019. I'm imagining my list for 2020 is going to be a lot bigger because I'm kind of making it my mission not to get held up too long on one game. Obviously, unless it's like a big RPG. If it's like a big RPG like Witcher 3 or something, or something of that size that comes out, I'm not afraid to spend a month or two with it. I just mean I don't want to get stuck in a game of service where there is no foreseeable end. So I have a feeling that my game list is going to be a lot bigger and maybe a little bit more complex in 2020. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this special episode. Again, I'm hoping there's going to be some more news next week. If not, I'll think of something else to do too. I could maybe do like I might break down some of these games and services I've been playing too here on one of these episodes. I'm not sure what I'll do for next week if there's still no more news. So, but otherwise, take care, guys. I appreciate you listening again as always. And yes, talk to you guys later.